Scarlett Johansson gets candid about picking Jenna Bush Hager's permanent co-host on Today. Scarlett Johansson is opening up about her thoughts on who should permanently join Jenna Bush Hager on NBC's Today show, and she has some spicy recommendations. In a recent interview with InStyle magazine, the Black Widow actress reflected on her experience co-hosting the popular morning show earlier this year and shared her thoughts on what kind of personality would best complement Jenna's hosting style. The 40-year-old actress, known for her versatile roles in both action-packed blockbusters and intimate indie films, didn't hold back when it came to describing the ideal co-host for Jenna. Scarlett believes that the Today show could benefit from adding someone with a lively and humorous presence to balance out the dynamic on screen. The Today show really needs someone spicy, Scarlett told InStyle. Jenna needs to be with someone funny. There's a certain chemistry you need for a morning show. You have to make people laugh and feel good, especially when they're starting their day. Scarlett knows what she's talking about, having had the chance to sit alongside Jenna for a full week of co-hosting duties back in January. That stint gave her valuable insight into the demands and nuances of hosting live television, and it clearly left an impression. Scarlett's experience as a guest co-host on Today. Reflecting on her time co-hosting the Today show, Scarlett described it as a fantasy job that allowed her to tap into her natural curiosity and love for conversation. Co-hosting Today really is a fantasy job for me, she admitted. I like every element of that job because I love talking to people. The Asteroid City actress explained that hosting live TV reminded her in some ways of performing on Saturday Night Live, another gig she's enjoyed multiple times over the years. It's not dissimilar from hosting SNL in some ways, Scarlett said. The live element of it is really fun. There's something about the energy of being live on air that makes you sharp and focused. It's spontaneous and a little dangerous too. Despite her enjoyment of the experience, Scarlett admitted that she wouldn't want to commit to a permanent hosting position or her own television show. I would never want my own TV show, she confessed. I think it would be too much pressure and not enough variety. But co-hosting every once in a while? That's totally my speed. Scarlett's genuine enthusiasm for the format shone through when she described her childhood fascination with morning shows. As a young girl, Scarlett dreamed of becoming a breakfast television host, a career path that, while quite different from her eventual rise to Hollywood stardom, clearly left a lasting mark on her. Scarlett's childhood dream of hosting a morning show. During the interview, Scarlett shared an amusing memory of how she would practice being a morning show host as a child. I used to stand in front of the mirror with a shampoo bottle, Scarlett recalled, laughing. I'd be like, "Good morning, everyone, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. What's happening in your neck of the woods?" All of that stuff. Her imitation of morning show hosts was so spot on that her parents thought she might end up in broadcasting rather than acting. Scarlett revealed that her interest in hosting was fueled by her love for connecting with people and learning about their lives. I think there's something special about the intimacy of a morning show, she explained. You're in people's homes. They trust you to deliver the news, make them laugh, and help them start their day right. That's a big responsibility, but it's also really rewarding. Scarlett's admiration for morning show hosts extends beyond childhood fantasies. She also opened up about her respect for Today co-host Hoda Kotb, whom she credits with helping her feel comfortable during her guest hosting stint. Scarlett's thoughts on Hoda Kotb's departure. Hoda Kotb, who had been a staple on Today for years, announced her departure from the show earlier this year. Scarlett spoke warmly about Hoda, calling her a mentor, and praising her professionalism and warmth. I think with Hoda it was so great because she was like, a little older but with kids. She was a little step ahead, Scarlett said. She made me feel so comfortable. She just has this way of putting people at ease. That's not easy to do when you're live on air. Scarlett's admiration for Hoda extended to her ability to balance professionalism with authenticity, a quality she believes is essential for anyone hoping to fill Hoda's shoes permanently. Hoda made it look effortless, Scarlett noted. But that's the thing. It's not effortless at all. There's so much work that goes into making live TV feel natural. The challenge of finding the right co-host. Scarlett acknowledged that filling Hoda's seat on Today will be no easy task. The person who joins Jenna will need to have a unique blend of charisma, humor, and authenticity, not to mention the ability to think on their feet and roll with whatever surprises live television might bring. You need someone who's quick, funny, but also grounded, Scarlett explained. It's not just about making people laugh. It's about connecting with the audience in a real way. Scarlett's own experience co-hosting the show gave her first-hand insight into the kind of chemistry required to make a morning show work. When you're on air for hours at a time, you can't fake it, she said. You have to genuinely like the person you're sitting next to. The audience can tell if the chemistry is off. Scarlett stopped short of naming specific candidates but hinted that the ideal co-host would bring a fresh perspective and a sense of humor to the table. You need someone who's not afraid to be a little messy, she added. Someone who's willing to laugh at themselves and keep things light, even when things don't go as planned. Scarlett's future in morning TV? While Scarlett made it clear that she's not looking for a permanent hosting gig, she didn't rule out the possibility of returning to Today as a guest co-host in the future. If they ever need someone to fill in, I'm there, she said with a smile. It was so much fun and Jenna is amazing to work with. She's got such a good vibe. Scarlett's comfort on live TV shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone familiar with her long history in Hollywood. After all, this is the same actress who has held her own opposite Robert Downey Jr., Bill Murray, and Chris Evans, not to mention her multiple appearances on Saturday Night Live. I think it's about trusting yourself, Scarlett reflected. When you're live, you can't second-guess yourself. You have to go with it and trust that it'll work out. As for whether Scarlett has any advice for Jenna as she searches for a new co-host, the actress kept it simple. Go with your gut, Scarlett said. You know when the chemistry is right. And don't be afraid to take a risk. Sometimes the best partnerships are the ones that surprise you. It remains to be seen who will ultimately join Jenna on Today, but one thing's for sure. Scarlett's playful, candid insights have added a fascinating layer to the conversation.